What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. On this episode, I want to speak to you guys along the lines of the mindset series. So it's been recurring theme recently with a lot of my clients battling with a lot of outside factors that are influencing some negativity towards their transformations, towards their branding, towards many different various goals. So one thing that I always try to be able to embed in my mentorees' minds is that you have to change your perception. And I spoke last time on the mindset episode about changing the questions that your mind asks, because thinking, which is can be not a good thing for a lot of us, especially overthinking and analyzing. Thinking can be daunting on us and make us sink and drown. Thinking is just your brain trying to solve a problem. It's trying to find an answer to a question. And a lot of the time, the answers that our brains make are not good. And they make us depressed, they make us anxious, they make us self-doubt. So you got to be able to change the question. You can't erase the thinking. You know what I mean? Like, that's why people take drugs, take medications, get drunk, do crazy extreme things that cause a lot of bad things to happen to their life, is because they're trying to escape something. So I'm not promoting that. What I'm saying is just change the questions in your mind. And that is a habitual pattern that you can do in practice with that. So if you can change your perception, and what I'd like to tell people is that I know from my experience in my life, the minute I changed my perception, I began to gain abundance and my life became to improve through every tragedy and problem that came along. Every time something very, very daunting, horrible would happen inside our family circle, losing another person, or somebody getting sick, or the economy crashing around me, or business changing, or relationship issues, I took that as a tool and thought to myself and said, okay, half empty or half cup, how am I going to see the world? I'm going to change my perception. And I believe that it was the universe gifting me and telling me, like, listen, I'm giving you this problem to solve. I'm giving you this situation to see, to feel, to view, to go through, so that you can change certain things in your life to improve yourself and improve your life and improve your purpose and your direction and what you have to offer to the world. And then you'll be able to receive even more. So when you have a situation where there's conflict amongst you and people in your workplace, or with your employer, or with the economy, or with family drama that's coming on top of you, whatever the case may be, you have to look at it as an opportunity. You have to say to yourself, the universe is saying to me, I'm struggling right now with money. It's telling me that take this time, take your effort, take your energy, and put it into finding a way to utilize your extra time and your energy to get a second and third stream of income. Stop watching TV. Hard times are going to come again. Right now, you're young. You don't have a large family. Your kids aren't grown. You're not too old to be able to make the changes and build the base for your future. So take this time right now. I'm making you struggle right now so that you can take your extra time and do something good for yourself, so that this does not become a recurring problem. If you have drama with other people, the universe is teaching you and saying, listen, I'm showing you exactly who not to become. I'm showing you exactly who not to be around. I'm showing you exactly who not to date. You know, people are always crying about, oh, I wasted 6 months or a year, 2 years in this relationship and this happened. Good. Now you have more boxes that you ticked off of what's your non-negotiable, of what you're not going to accept in your life, of what you're not going to bring into your home or to your relationship. When you have drama from other people, or you see situations from other people, you see marriages falling apart, you see siblings arguing and fighting over things, you see business partners, colleagues having, head-to-head consequences and conflicts with each other. And the universe, you're seeing it as like, fuck, why do I have to go through this shit? Why do I have to listen to this? Why am I going to have to drag my feet through someone else's crap? Or I didn't do anything wrong. Why is this person doing this to me? Change your perception. Change your perception and saying, great, I'm getting a free lesson in life of what not to do and what not to become. And if I learn this now, it's going to prevent me from going through this again and again in the future or making the same decisions as that person. And I'm going to live a better life. So all these things are just gifts to you. They're not tragedies. They're not obstacles. They're gifts. You're lucky to see them. You're lucky to have the perception and the cognitive ability to say, all right, I see what's going on here. It's going to be a little bit of a, headache for right now, but it's teaching me what I need to do to not have this happen to me in the future. And the more I did that, the more my life elevated, the more abundance came. And when the same recurring circumstances would happen again, when the economies would crash, I was on the up. I had a second, third, fourth stream of income. When another loss happened in the family, I had built the stability, the confidence, and went through, my grieving processes in better ways. So my relationship, my health, my mental state, my financial state wouldn't regress. It would actually progress. I was using the energy from those losses to be able to do better for myself. When I saw situations with other people involved with each other in the interpersonal relationships, I started to view the people in my circle and say, okay, I got to clean out my closet. I got to get rid of certain people because they're showing the same behaviors as these other people. I'm going to have the same problems as them. Might not happen today, might happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen. So these are gifts. Look at them as gifts. The universe is calling out for you to say, listen, I'm going to give you this problem. I need you to solve it. And then you're going to reach your next level up. If you look at it as like, fuck, I don't want to go through this. Why am I going through this? And you just want to easy coast, you're not going to do too well in life because you're going to see everything out there as a problem. And this is everyday stuff. Everybody out there, 99% of the time, is going through the same things in one fashion, form, or another. Everyone's trying to pay their bills. Everyone's trying to improve their lifestyle or health. Everyone's trying to provide something emotionally, physically, financially for somebody else. Very few people out there are on their own. Or even if they are, in the future, they're going to have to. Their family, their parents are going to have to lean on them or their future children or relationship partner. So everyone's got the same problems. Everyone's got the same problems, but everyone puts that story on it. Why me? If they knew what I was going through, if they only knew what I had to deal with, everybody knows. No one's getting kidnapped by aliens. No one's fighting some weird, crazy disease that no one else in the world's fighting. There's millions of people out there that have the same obstacles that you and I have. So you just got to say to yourself, there's people succeeding with them and there's people failing with them. And what's the difference? It's just perception and choices within the same 24 hours of the day. It's just actions. It's how they react. It's what they've changed with their impulses and their perception to the same situations. So if you can look at your problems as gifts, I promise you, every small thing that happens along your way, you'll be able to cognitively analyze it and improve your life. Even the small things around you, household stuff, traffic, work, time management, triggers of stuff that you view on social media or TV, other people's relationships, other people's dramas. You'll start looking at your texts different that people send you about gossip or their problems, and you'll really see who's giving me value and who's sucking me dry, who's a leech in my life. So these things are good things, especially when you're young. You don't want to have to go through some of these, I don't know how to explain it here, these euphoric, aha moments that are bad. Euphoric was a joke, but these aha moments sometimes are really fucked up. When you're 45, 50, 55 years old and you realize an aha moment, you might be 2 or 3 loans or mortgages deep. You might be 2 or 3 kids deep. You might be invested with a big asset really deep. You might be getting that call or conversation with a doctor it's deep. There's a no return process on this. So look at those other people, look at those other situations, look at your obstacles and learn from that lesson of what not to do, of what not to become, and your life will improve tremendously. I say that all the time. Look around you, see the people that are 5, 10 years older than you, that aren't in the places that you want to be, and do the exact opposite of them. human beings are creatures of habit, and you can generalize them to a certain degree. And then there's the rare, specifics behind the situation of each person or household. But generically, you can see from the outside and analyze and put them in groups and say, that's not going to be part of my life there. You got to look at your problems as gifts. Otherwise, every little thing, every single day is going to trigger you and take you back away from the life that you want to live. And you're going to be making decisions on your every next move based on your every next mood. And that's very manic. When you mix too much emotion over logic and sense, you're not going to be able to get anywhere worthy or anywhere stable. And you're going to be pushing stability and people of worth away from you and drawing in people that are unstable and unworthy into your life. And that's how the law of attraction works. So I hope this can bring you guys some value. I hope it can give you guys some clarity. I hope it can give you guys a different perception of how to see your everyday life and look at those headaches, those obstacles, those problems that you're going through, and be able to use them to elevate your life and to be able to gift that to the people in your life. Because it's important that if you have a higher vibration, if you have a higher frequency, that the people around you also have that. You want to gift that to everybody that's in your circle or underneath the roof of your home, because you don't want to have anchors around you. You want to have propellers. You want to be able to fly. You want to be able to be free and be able to be energetic and not be sinking and drowning. So if you guys have any questions, need any help with anything, all my information and links are in the bio. Stay true to yourself. Stay good to yourself. Don't let anything or anybody get in the way of the life that you want to live. And if you like this content, if it's helping you out, like, subscribe, share, help the channel grow. Take care.